If this video landed on your screen right now, stay, don't keep scrolling. Heaven is trying to warn you about someone whose name starts with M. They believed they crushed your spirit quietly, without witnesses, but the sky recorded every shadow they threw at you. Every soul who tried to drink your energy dry is about to watch you rise higher than they ever imagined. The person with the initial M has been sending you dense, heavy energy, and right now they are terrified because you are finally opening your eyes to what really happened. You deserve to know exactly what they did behind your back. I'm about to lay out the entire trap they built for you. You'll see, step by step, how the universe is already lining up their consequences. But first, you need to recognize the signs of the spiritual drain they caused. Heaven wants you to see clearly what's been stealing your light. If exhaustion has been sitting on you lately, don't brush it off. You open your eyes tired, even after a full night's rest. Your shoulders carry weight that isn't physical. You walk into a room you know well and suddenly want to leave it. Your gut keeps screaming and you can't explain why. This isn't a normal health issue. This is a targeted spiritual withdrawal. You carry a high vibration and your aura naturally puts off real light. That kind of brightness pulls in beings who only know how to move through darkness. The person with the initial M noticed your glow and understood something important. They could never build that kind of peace themselves, so instead they quietly started pulling it from you. They didn't arrive as an enemy. They arrived wearing the mask of a friend, a partner, someone who just needed help. You offered them your realist compassion. They handed you their untreated wounds in return. You poured your gold into a hole that never filled. And every single time you tried to protect your peace, they made you feel like the guilty one. You're exhausted because you've been carrying a spiritual leech. It's okay to feel drained right now. None of this was your doing. You were only being the kind of empath heaven built you to be, and they took that kindness and used it for themselves. Your body is responding to the toxic threads they tied to your spirit. Sudden energy crashes in the middle of your day. That's a signal. Mental fog that appears from nowhere. That's a signal too. The spirit world sets the rules the physical world follows. When someone carrying a dark agenda locks onto you, your guides physically nudge you as a warning. You've probably felt cut off from people lately. Folks you trusted quietly pulled away. You felt alone and wondered why everything got so hard so fast. But heaven wasn't punishing you. The universe was shielding your energy from their poisoned frequency. They resented you because your light exposed the parts of themselves they were hiding. Just being near you forced them to face their own darkness. Rather than doing the work to heal, they chose the easier path, breaking you instead, so you'd sink to their level. The person with the initial M has been gambling with your future. They smiled to your face while quietly planting doubt behind your back. They tried to choke off the blessings meant for your bloodline, but there's one massive blind spot in their plan. They forgot exactly who you belong to. They never realized that coming after a chosen soul is declaring war on the universe itself. God has watched every move they've made in the shadows. Whatever protection they thought they had is being stripped away right now, and heaven is turning their own trap into a cage. Breathe. Let the heaviness leave your body. You don't have to keep fighting this invisible battle alone anymore. The universe has already walked into the room and taken the fight off your hands. The days of feeling confused and depleted by their manipulation are ending. Your spiritual support is stepping in, but guard your energy while this shift happens. What's coming for the person with the initial M is swift, and it's final. I'll walk you through exactly how their world caves in just a moment. Right now, your only task is staying rooted in your light. You've been running on empty for way too long. The universe sees how hard you push through each day. You smile for your people. You show up for every responsibility. But inside, your spirit has been begging for rest. This heaviness is tied directly to the toxic cord, the person with the initial M attached to you. They saw your empathic nature and locked onto it. People like M don't generate their own light. They have to siphon it from souls like you. You probably noticed your natural spark dimming after time spent with them. Simple thoughts got harder to form. You felt hollow. That wasn't ordinary social tiredness. That was a calculated theft of your energy. Patlund minus clearly. You are not overreacting, and you're not imagining any of it. That physical unease you feel the second M crosses your mind, that's your spirit team warning you. Your body rejects their frequency on instinct. Your soul knows the war being waged even when your logical brain tries to make excuses for their behavior. Patlund minus Clint, stop excusing their darkness. They needed you to believe you were the problem. They twisted situations just enough to make you question your own instincts, the oldest move in an energy vampire's playbook. Keeping you confused kept your guard down, but heaven has pulled the curtain back on the whole act. As a cycle breaker, you carry generational power. The person with the initial M sensed that power without even understanding it, and it threatened them deeply. They knew they'd never reach your level of growth, so their only move was trying to drag you down to theirs. They badly underestimated you. There's a massive blind spot working against them right now. I'll show you exactly how their karma unfolds. But first, understand why they picked you. You are the chosen one of your bloodline. Your vibration exposes every wound they never healed. They smiled at you while quietly working against you behind the scenes. They hoped you'd fall so their own stagnant life would feel more bearable. Every time you shared good news, you got a hollow smile back, and your intuition caught that jealousy instantly. That intuition is a gift, protecting you. Here's where you need to focus. There's one specific secret the person with the initial M is terrified of you finding out. They've worked hard to keep it buried. Once you know it, their whole act falls apart, and their hold on you disappears. I'll reveal exactly what they're hiding soon. For now, focus on reclaiming your energy. Stop trying to heal someone who's committed to misunderstanding you. The universe forced this separation because your destiny needs a clean field to grow in. You were standing at the edge of a major opening in your life, and M was the weight threatening to sink it. Your season of being everyone else's stepping stone is over. Heaven cut off their access to your light. That intense isolation you felt wasn't a punishment, it was a quarantine. God had to isolate you so the spiritual repair work could happen without their interference. You're being upgraded. Every private tear you shed watered what's about to grow. The pain wasn't fair, but it was necessary. It's what woke up your gifts. The universe let M test you so you'd finally learn to wield what you were given. You're no longer the naive, easy-to-manipulate empath they thought they had. You're stepping into a version of yourself they can no longer touch. The enemy will try to pull your focus and make you forget this. Anchor this feeling now, before doubt creeps back in. Save this video so you don't lose this frequency later. Keep it as a shield against whatever they try next. The spirit realm governs the physical one completely. Understand the mechanics at play here. When you carry a high frequency, you don't just shine. You become a lighthouse in a dark sea, and lighthouses attract every lost ship nearby. But not every ship wants saving. Some just want your battery. The person with the initial M runs on a low frequency. They're stuck spiritually and unwilling to do the inner work. Your bright aura triggered every insecurity they carry. Your simple existence mirrored their failures back at them. Instead of fixing themselves, they chose to try and break the mirror. Remember that secret I mentioned? Here's the truth behind it. They were carrying karmic weight, specifically designed to block your blessings. They attached themselves to your life right before your biggest breakthrough, acting like a parasite, draining what you needed for your own rise. This is why being around them left you so disoriented. They used a tactic best described as manufactured confusion, a compliment wrapped around an insult, demanding empathy while ignoring your limits. That constant push-pull created a trauma bond in your nervous system. You probably asked yourself why you kept letting them back in, thinking it was a flaw in you. It wasn't. Your deep capacity to love is a real spiritual strength. You kept forgiving because your soul instinctively tries to repair broken things, but heaven had to step in before you tried to heal something that didn't want healing. As a generational cycle breaker, your energy is rare. The unseen world knows you're the one meant to end the toxic patterns running through your family. The enemy couldn't stop that birthright directly, so they sent M in as a Trojan horse, a normal-looking connection hiding a spiritual attack. God exposed it anyway. There's a very specific reason M is afraid right now. They know exactly what they did to you in private, but there's a deeper secret hiding behind their confident mask. I'll expose it shortly. First, understand that confidence is completely fake. They're shaking because they can feel your energy pulling away from them. The moment you withdrew, their whole reality started to collapse. They need your reactions to survive, your anger, your sadness. That was fuel for their ego. Going silent starved their supply. That's why they're panicking now, scrambling for ways to get your attention back. You're allowed to be angry about what they did. That anger is protective. Your spirit team building a wall of fire around your aura, burning away the cords they left behind. Don't suppress it. It's cleaning house right now. People like M will never understand the weight of being chosen. They move through life without consequences while you fight battles they can't even see. They tried to paint you as too sensitive, but you were simply feeling the daggers they threw at your back. That sensitivity is exactly what saved you. The universe is balancing the scale. As you listen right now, the same energy dynamics they used to drain you are reversing direction. They broke a fundamental spiritual law by targeting an awakened soul, and that comes with a steep price. You're about to watch a masterclass in divine payback. Everything they took is being forced back to you. God is multiplying your lost time and turning your exhaustion into power. M thought they won the war. They only won one small battle. The real victory is yours. Now it's time to fully expose the person with the initial M. You've waited through their games patiently. Heaven is pulling the curtain back today. Remember that blind spot? Here's the secret they're terrified of you learning. They know your energy is far stronger than theirs. They didn't target you because you were weak. They targeted you because your soul carried everything they were missing. Underneath the arrogance, M is hollow, no real connection to source. Every ounce of confidence they display is manufactured, and they knew early on that you could see straight through it. That's exactly why they had to try to shrink you. They knew that once you saw your own power, you'd walk away. So they picked at your choices, belittled your dreams, made you feel small to manufacture the illusion that they were bigger. It was a cheap trick. This is the classic move of an energy vampire. Drain you, then blame you for feeling empty. But through every attack, your core stayed intact. You bent, but you never broke. That resilience is exactly what haunts them now. You might wonder why the universe let them get so close in the first place. This test existed so you could discover your own strength. You had to touch their darkness to fully understand how bright your own light is. Your spirit team watched the whole time, keeping a record of every offense. Now that the cord is cut, M is in full panic. Their main energy source is gone, and they're hunting for a new one, but the universe has locked that door. Their ability to manipulate others is being systematically taken apart. You probably assumed they walked away on their own. That's an illusion. Heaven pushed them out because of what's coming next. God placed a spiritual restraining order on them to protect your rise. They were essentially taking themselves out of your story. That separation was only phase 1. Phase 2 is already unfolding in the unseen realm right now. I'll walk you through exactly how their karma plays out, but first, understand the weight of the law they broke. When they came for you, they were unknowingly coming for something under God's protection. What's hitting them now isn't ordinary payback, it's a serious correction. The universe is balancing this on your behalf, and the fight is shifting from defense to full offense. You're stepping off the battlefield and walking toward your throne. You're a real empath and a cycle breaker. The pattern stops with you. Keep your frequency high as we move into this final stretch. Don't let doubt cloud what's coming. Their mask is off, the truth is out, and M is no longer a threat to your future. The universe has them cornered, and judgment is already loading. Brace yourself. Watch closely as heaven turns the tables completely on the people who tried to hurt you. Your season of suffering is officially over. The verdict is in. M believed they had destroyed you. God was just waiting for the right moment to deliver justice. Their spiritual protection is stripped bare, and the scale is tipping heavily in your favor. You can probably feel the shift in the room right now. If you feel it, drop 1111 in the comments. That number tells the universe you're ready to watch this play out. Remember the punishment that already started. Here's what's happening to them in the unseen realm right now. Cosmic blockages are falling over their entire life, and every door they reach for is slamming shut in their face. That lucky streak they used to brag about is gone. They got away with things before because they were feeding off your energy. Now they're stuck running on their own empty tank, realizing they can't manifest anything without your light powering it. Heaven is orchestrating deep isolation around them right now. Their mask is cracking in front of everyone. People who used to back them are pulling away, sensing what's underneath. You have a front row seat to the biggest reversal of your life. The most satisfying part is still ahead. Let me show you how they fall straight into the pit they dug for you, because watching God design consequences is something else. M spent months building a false story about you, whispering it to anyone who'd listen, trying to isolate and break you completely. But the universe runs on reflection. Every lie they told is now boomeranging back onto their own name. They're now living with waves of paranoia the moment they're alone. That anxiety you used to carry has been fully returned to its original owner. They can physically feel a storm building over their head, and there's nowhere left to hide from it. They thought they were dealing with an ordinary person. They had no idea they were up against God's strongest soldier. You carry a protective seal that burns anything that tries to curse you, so when M sent that negativity your way, it bounced off your shield and came back tenfold. Their finances are drying up. Opportunities they assumed were locked in are slipping away. They're grabbing for control while the universe quietly dismantles everything they built on lies. None of it was real, so none of it can hold. They're starting to understand exactly who they crossed. Every mirror they look into shows them the cost of betraying a chosen soul. They mistook your silence for weakness and figured your restraint meant they'd won. They had no idea your silence was strategy. God told you to stay quiet so heaven could speak. M is about to hit the lowest point of their spiritual journey, because when heaven speaks, it shatters every stronghold built on darkness. Get ready to watch the exact moment their illusion breaks apart. The trap they built for you has snapped shut on their own foot instead. They dug a pit hoping you'd disappear into it. The universe shoved them into it instead. God put a spotlight on everything they were hiding. The people they turned against you are finally seeing who they really are. Every lie they told now hangs around their neck like a chain they can't slip out of. Their victim act has completely collapsed. They're reaching for a lifeline and finding nothing. The energy supply they used to steal from you is fully cut off, and it's driving them out of their mind. They're realizing too late exactly what they threw away. Every night they lie awake replaying your kindness, understanding now that they traded a rare stone for a pile of dust. Their circle is thinning out one person at a time, and the universe is leaving them alone with what they built. You get to watch this from a distance, safely, without lifting a finger. This is the universe fighting on a level no human could orchestrate, making an example of anyone who tries to break God's strongest soldier. Don't feel sorry for them. This is the exact consequence they invited when they chose to gamble with your destiny. They had chance after chance to choose differently and chose the dark path anyway. Now they're eating what they planted. M is experiencing total spiritual bankruptcy. The karma they generated is crushing their ego to dust. They will never again have the power to hurt you or slow your path. You passed the hardest test of your life and survived their worst. Whatever they aligned themselves with has turned on them. Darkness has no loyalty, and it always eats its own eventually. M is now a casualty of their own scheme. They tried to curse someone chosen and triggered an ancient protection instead, one that's now working against them. Your victory is echoing through the unseen world right now. Your ancestors are celebrating because you finally broke the pattern. You didn't chase revenge, and you didn't drop to their level. You let God settle it, and that choice proved your maturity. Let go of the breath you've been holding for months. The weight on your chest is lifting because the cord is fully severed. God has permanently revoked their access to your timeline. You'll never have to watch your back for their hidden moves again. The war is over. So what comes next now that their energy is gone? When the universe clears out a major blockage, it leaves an empty space behind, and nature doesn't tolerate a vacuum. Let me tell you exactly what's about to fill it. The space M used to occupy with their chaos is now sacred ground. Your aura has expanded. Your frequency is broadcasting at a level it's never reached. The days of fighting energy vampires in the shadows are behind you. You're shifting from warrior to receiver. God is about to pour in a level of abundance that surprises everyone around you. A portal of financial and emotional wealth is opening specifically for you. Everything M tried to take is coming back with interest attached. The scale has tipped, and the win is entirely yours. Breathe deeply and let the quiet settle in. The battlefield is silent. You don't need the armor anymore. God has placed a permanent shield around your energy, and it guarantees your safety going forward. The storm M created has finally passed. You're standing on sacred ground now. The space they left isn't loneliness, it's a clearing prepared specifically for what's coming next. The universe had to empty your cup completely because heaven can't fill a vessel that's still holding toxic waste. Your aura is glowing with a peace they can never reach again. You've spent your life giving your light away to everyone around you, healing the world as a natural empath. But this next chapter asks something different of you. You have to learn how to receive. Heaven is asking you to lower your sword and open your hands. I know peace feels unfamiliar right now. Your nervous system got used to daily chaos, and part of you might brace for the next disaster out of habit. Release that response today. The spiritual laws are working in your favor now. Nothing from your past is allowed into this new chapter. A wave of financial and emotional abundance is heading your way. Every opportunity that was wrongfully blocked is rushing back on divine timing. You'll start attracting real people, ones who celebrate your light instead of trying to steal it. God is surrounding you with a circle that matches your frequency. You earned this by refusing to compromise your heart, and you proved you're the one who breaks the cycle for your family. The generational patterns that haunted your bloodline are shattered. Your resilience was the exact weapon that ended them. You're now the anchor for healing and wealth in every generation that follows. Heaven is handing you the keys, but you have to show the universe you're ready to claim this. This level of blessing requires your active participation. You can't stay passive when a door this big opens. Align your energy with the win and lead with real gratitude, because gratitude is what pulls in more miracles. The enemy wants you silent and doubting your own worth. They want you to believe this peace is temporary. Silence those thoughts with one bold declaration today. Close the door on the old cycle for good. This final step locks it shut permanently. Your spirit guides are waiting on your move. Think about how far you've come in these last few brutal months. You survived something that would have broken most people. Your soul was tested in fire and walked out looking like gold. God tested your endurance, and your faith held. This is your validation. The universe doesn't reward survival with just comfort. It rewards it with overflow. A wave of favor is coming, and people around you will wonder what changed. The only secret is that you trusted heaven to fight for you, and that trust is paying off. Protect this new frequency fiercely. Don't let anyone guilt you for holding boundaries from here on. Your energy is sacred currency. Stop handing it out for free to people unwilling to heal themselves. You graduated from the hard lessons. You're the one running your own domain now. You're no longer anyone's energy source. You're a protected, chosen soul stepping into what's yours. Let real security settle into your body and your mind right now. The universe timed this moment perfectly for you. It's time to seal your energy and secure your destiny. For a long time you played a painful role, the stepping stone for broken people like M. That role is over. You're stepping into a new era, the untouchable chosen one, ready to inherit what's meant for your bloodline. The universe is handing you the keys to a new chapter. No more fighting for basic respect. No more begging for real love. Your frequency is a magnet for the right people now, and it will draw them in effortlessly. The days of shrinking yourself to make energy vampires comfortable are done. You're free to shine, but there's one final step to lock this in. Close the door behind you completely, so nothing dark can follow you into what's next. This is how you show your guides you're serious. Your transformation is a beacon for your whole bloodline. You're the cycle breaker they've been praying for. Because you carried that weight, the universe owes you a return, and God always pays in full. Watch for that financial shift soon. The entities that used to stalk you can't even face your new aura. It burns on contact. Your armor is fully active and completely impenetrable now. You get to move through the world in real freedom, no longer scanning every room for threats. Every tear you cried has been turned into protection. Heaven honors the empathy you gave, even though it was misused. Your heart stayed soft through the fire, and that's your real victory. The universe will keep blessing your path because you refuse to let this turn you bitter. You're entering a season of divine compensation. Everything you lost is coming back multiplied. People will look at your peace and wonder how you got there, never knowing what it cost you on the way. It's time to officially claim it. Type "I claim my victory" in the comments right now. Writing it seals your frequency and tells the unseen world you're stepping fully into your power, leaving the old shadows behind for good. That declaration activates a permanent wall of protection, one that blocks M from ever draining your light again. They'll watch you thrive from the outside, finally understanding the real cost of betraying someone like you. You're part of a rare circle of chosen ones, and we protect each other's energy. Follow this page right now to lock your protection in. Being part of this community keeps your energy safe inside this circle for good. Don't let this frequency pass you by. Hit follow to activate your shield and open the door to what's coming. Your guides brought you to this exact message because you needed this today, and heaven is proud of you. You're safe. Breathe and step into what's ahead. The chapter with the person with the initial M is closed and sealed. May you walk forward in abundance and real peace. You won this war. Your new life starts now.